G.I. Joe!
Ma'am, I'm on a mission.
Can't we just get your autograph?
Later, sister. He's got work to do. I'm surprised at you, Dial Tone. Get a date on your own time.
Aw, Flint.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, G.I. Joe Classified Series number 149, Dial Tone. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 149, Dial Tone. So here he is, finally. We have been through a task of trying to obtain this. As you know, Hasbro Pulse held him up for pre-order. I believe 2 waves have shipped. I got notifications they were shipping, and then I never got them, so I don't know what's going on. I ended up just picking one up from another seller, and I got him in hand, and here he is. So first, let's check out the packaging. As you can see, he's got the black and blue, digital carbon fiber kind of look to it. There's the figure inside. Up at the top, you got the stripes and star, 149. Off to the side, nice little artist render of Dial Tone. G.I. Joe Classified Series 149. Around to the back, 149. There's a picture of the figure standing outside of what looks like another wrecked vehicle. You got Leatherneck in the background, close up at the patch on his arm, and his crazy communications backpack. There's a few stats right here. We also have a Chinese sticker on it. Around to this side, you have some stats again. QR code if you'd like to scan it. Down at the bottom, UPC. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and pop him open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so the Illusive is what I'm going to call him now. Dial Tone. He seems to be a tough figure to find. Even though I think Hasbro Pulse now has him shipping in November. So he got set back a bit, but we got him in hand, so we're happy, and we'll go ahead and get this out early. Get the figure out of the packaging. Here's his little crap warning. And then here is the figure in the plastic dungeon. You got cardboard backdrop, which we don't need, of course, obviously. And let's go ahead and look over the figure. So he's got a knife. He's got this little portable device here. I think a sound amplifier, submachine gun, and then his communication backpack. Figure looks pretty good. Just looking at it right here, I can actually see his full scale. He does look a little on the shorter side, so probably in line with the Leatherneck figure. We'll probably bring that out and do a comparison. But let's go ahead and take everything out, and we'll go over it one by one. Alright, so here's the figure out of the packaging with all his accessories. So let's go ahead and check those out, starting over here with his submachine gun. And here it is, all black. New design, especially with that little hook on the top. Very cool. Hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect. You see the grip right here. Non-folding stock. Removable magazine. There you go. Here is this little handheld sound amplifier. So pretty neat. I don't think we saw one with the original versions of Dial Tone, but we got one with this, and that's pretty good. Too bad this little speaker here wouldn't be able to detach and place it somewhere on that backpack. I think that'd be a pretty cool addition, but unfortunately we don't get that. However, here it is, all black, pretty neat. Then down here you have this little, maybe it's a recording device. Obviously you have the play button, a pause button, and then a long bar down here. Onto the back, looks like a camera, probably some type of casing around it to make it a little drop proof. But pretty cool regardless. Could actually just be a cell phone, maybe listen to some music. Moving on, we have his knife. So all black. Black handle, black blade. Nice, sleek, thin design. A couple of little details on the top here. Not bad. And then finally we have our backpack here. So this communication backpack, very reminiscent of the OG. You have that long piece up top here. I'm not exactly sure what that's called, but it looks like there's a little fan in there. Looks like they actually gave it more colors as opposed to the original being all gray. So you have some brown in here, some more silvers, some blacks, more silver accents underneath here, and blacks. I thought I saw a little red, but maybe I didn't. You can see the framing running around it to be able to give it actually support, because I'm sure it has probably a little weight to it. And then we can go ahead and reach in here and open it up. And there you see inside, got a little compartment to a keyboard, and it looks like a small data screen there, which is very cool. That's a nice addition to it. I actually really like that. And you could fold that back up. I don't think anything would fit in here. It'd be nice if this could, but of course that little loudspeaker on the end won't allow it to fit in there. But we could probably fit the knife and that cell phone or recording device, whatever that is. But very neat. And then you have this crossbar up here with the microphone in it. So super, super cool. Peg in the back. All right. So let's go ahead and bring in our figure. Here he is, Mr. Dial Tone himself. Wearing his classic garb. Got the black pants. You have that darker teal vest that goes along matching the knee pads and the boots. He's got that kind of beige, light khaki shirt underneath. Some brown for the belts and the some of the straps. Black gloves. He's got that band around his arm here. And of course this cross chest bandolier. Couple of grenades up there. Yeah, it looks like a regular grenade and a smoke grenade. A few brown pouches and an extra, like, kind of elongated pouch here. That's probably the type of holster maybe for his cell phone, or maybe fit the submachine gun in there, not sure. And he has a walkie here on this little drop leg piece right there, but it's strapped in, you can't take it out, so kind of bummed about that one. Sheath down here on his boot. Looking up at the head, it looks like he has something wrapped around his neck. You can kind of see a wire running up around his ear for an earpiece. That's different. The beret is removable, so there you go with that off. You can get a decent shot of the figure's portrait. That looks pretty good. Beret, all black. It's got the silver emblem on it right there. Over to the figure's left arm, you can see his patch. So nice. Let's go ahead and check out the articulation. We'll remove the beret for this. So the head is on a ball joint. You can look down a bit, up a bit, side to side. Of course, it can rotate a full 360. You have that double ball neck piece in there, so it allows a little more range of motion. Over to the arms, up at the shoulders, you have butterfly joints. The hinge will allow the arm to come up about that far. I can rotate a full 360. You have some bicep swivel. You have double jointed pinless elbows, like that. Coming down to the wrist, he has maybe this this wrist tool. I wouldn't say it's a watch, but there's quite a few things on it. Some mechanical devices. I'm not exactly sure, but that's pretty neat. Looks like I got a little bit of paint defects on there. Down at the hands, all black gloves. These actually look like a new sculpt to me, especially just looking at that thumb. It just looks a bit different. I don't think this is reused. This may actually be new. I can't 100% confirm that, but it looks like it to me. The hands are on that hinge peg, so they can angle down, up, and rotate a full 360. Over to the left arm, you can see he's got more of that watch over here. Has some red accents in there and a little digital screen. This hand can also rotate a full 360 and angle out and in. All right, down to the figure's torso. We can't really get too much of the look inside due to the vest, but it looks like there would be some ab crunch forward and backward, like all classified figures. There's waist swivel. You can tilt a little bit to the left and right. The belt is attached to the cod piece here. He's got some brown pouches over here, and of course this teal green holster of some sort. We'll check out a couple of things. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna hold his little cell phone here. Down at the legs, all black. You get that nice texture on it. You have a drop leg here up the hip. Legs can angle out that far, this far forward, that far back. You got a thigh rotation. The walkie strap here around his thigh is not connected to the belt, but it holds pretty firmly onto the thigh itself. You have double jointed knees. They can come back up almost touching his back with his heel, so that's nice. Down at the shin, you have a swivel here at the top of the boot and the bottoms of the pants. Down at the ankle, you have that hinge to allow the foot to go that far forward, that far up, and side to side pivot. Bottom of the feet, you have 2 holes to plug him into a stand if you need it. And he seems pretty stable, but we'll probably go ahead and throw him in a pose and use a couple of figure lap stands for his feet anyways. So let's go ahead and gear him up. I think first we're going to go ahead and bring out this little cell phone piece here, and looks like it does slide right on up in there. I don't know if I want to put that screen forward, so we're going to turn it backwards. Like that, plug it in so you have a little bit of the camera angled out. You don't want his screen facing out in case he's, you know, out in battle and he's going to hit it on something and bust it. We're going to go ahead and get this arm up. We're going to come down to the sheath and slide the knife right into it right here on his boot. I don't know if we're really going to have any use for that little sound amplifier, but I think we could use it for something. Maybe I'm sitting there holding it out, like he's like, trying to check out what's going on. But then we also need to gear him up with his weapon. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and swap the hands. We're going to go ahead and put that little sound device right here. Have him holding it up, maybe off to the side some. And then we'll give him a grip on his SMG here. That folded up into that trigger guard, like that. I want to look a little more serious, like he's kind of focusing on his work. Let's go ahead and get some stands in here. So some figured lab stands. We'll plug one into his left foot and one into his right. There we go. Now I'll have even more stability. Maybe we can even give him kind of a almost holding pose, like hold up, let it hurt something. And then finally, we're going to bring in the backpack. So we're going to go ahead and line that peg up through the vest and the hole in his back and press that in. We lost a stand while we're doing that. Bring this down about right here. Go ahead and plug that stand back in the foot. All right, so there we go. Now let's go ahead and bring in a couple comparisons. Here's Dalton side by side with the Retro Collection Duke. And here he is with Leatherneck. So I was pretty much on about the size comparison. He is pretty close to Leatherneck, I would say. Due to their stances, they're probably about the same height. So I don't wonder why they went with the shorter route. But anyways, regardless, he's a great looking figure. All right, so now let's go ahead and get Dalton thrown up onto the turntable and we will give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages. Crossfire Collectibles.
Crossfire Collectibles.
Crossfire Collectibles. Crossfire Collectibles. And knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here you have it. G.I. Joe Classified Series number 149, Dial Tone. Finally, we've just been waiting for it. You know, we had that wave ship earlier, and we didn't get the Dial Tone. So he was delayed, still pushed back. I know some people have gotten him. He's shipped from Amazon, he's shipped from Pulse, but for some reason we didn't get ours. So I decided to go ahead and just get him from another party, and that's what I did. Obviously, we got a version from China, so this was one of the figures that probably got released early that they had, I don't know, maybe a few more of, some abundance of. But we also picked up a heavy duty from the same seller. So we're gonna get that figure unboxed and reviewed next. Be sure to tune in for that one. He's a pretty nice one. He's got a lot of stuff in there, and I'm curious to see some of these new pieces. But anyways, back to Dialtone. He's got some pretty cool accessories. That backpack is really neat, especially being able to open up that little compartment there to reveal the keyboard. The sound device, that's pretty new. We have that phone or recording device, whatever it is. I'm kind of leaning towards a phone, especially since it's got the cameras on it. So that's cool. The figure overall looks great. I don't mind the height so much on him as I did with Leatherneck. I think Leatherneck should have been a more bigger figure, but I think the Dialtone figure, he really sits in pretty well. Articulation is great, the paint's great, the figure looks good, he feels good, he's nice and stable, even though I do have some stands in him. I just think it makes the figure look a little bit better in a way, so in case something taps him, he's just not going to fall over for no random reason. And overall, I think he's a great addition to the classified collection. I think the last time we saw a Dialtone was the female release from Rise of Cobra. So we finally got the OG original male version back. Pretty happy for him, glad to have him. He looks great, feels great, and overall just a good figure. But I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave a giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media. And until then, we will see you in the next one. Peace.